Hello there. First off, please excuse the exposure of this camera. I'm using good equipment, but I'm outside. And I have my bench and this cover that's overhead, and the contrast between the sun hitting this bench and the shade is difficult to compensate for. I have used the exposure compensation to do the best that I can, and I will try to alter it more in post, but it's what it is. If you are a regular subscriber and viewer, you know that I work outside, and it is, I do the best I can. And if you're a new subscriber or viewer, then welcome to my shop. I work outside. I don't even have a shed. So it is what it is, but I work outside because it's the area that I have, and I love working wood. So, and in particular, I love to build instruments. Now, I posted a video, and I think the thumbnail had me doing one of these numbers and saying, should I? And it was about the Great Guitar Build-Off 2022, which kicks off in April the 1st. This guitar build, if you want to know some more of the history of this build-off, then go to Crimson Custom Guitars here on YouTube and look at the announcement video for this year's build-off, and you will see quite a bit of history of this build-off. It started in 2020 during lockdown, and initially the man that owns and runs Crimson Custom Guitars, Ben Crow, basically chose, I think it was 8 or 10 YouTubers that were builders, and it was sort of like a friendly competition. But it was meant more to be lighthearted fun and something for people to do that were in lockdown, something for them to watch and participate in and things of that nature. But he also had a desire to encourage new guitar builders, to increase the number of guitar builders that are out there. And that is to be commended of him, because he makes his living building guitars. So, for him to do that it speaks volumes, for me anyway, about his intentions then and now. But I posted that video, and I was like, they want an entry fee, and I can't pay the entry fee. I work out here in my backyard. You see, I don't have a shop. I don't have a lot of things, but I find a way to do what I love anyway. Okay, and that is a tradition in guitar building too, that should be learned and understood. Is that there's a huge history of guitar builders making things, tools to use, because they didn't sell them. There's a huge history of innovation and invention within guitar building that starts from the very beginnings hundreds of years ago. Okay. But I couldn't pay the fee. Look, regardless of what you think about the fee, and I don't have a problem with it, okay, I just couldn't pay it. I can't, as a builder that doesn't make a living off of his stuff, I can't justify spending money on anything but the build. And so I was going to do what I was calling an unofficial build on, and that comes from the very beginnings of this build off as well, because there were people that wanted to be a part of it, but they weren't invited, and they just said, look, I'm going to build along with them anyway. And a huge community grew up around it. A huge YouTube guitar building community spawned or sprang up from that. And there's some really awesome builders and really cool people involved in that community. And the reason that I wanted to join this was not to compete with anyone. I don't care anything about competition. Okay, I do my thing. I do what I like. If you do something else, cool. I'll probably get into it. But I do what I do, and I do it as best as I can, and I'm not looking to say I'm better than you or anything like that, okay? What I wanted out of this was to be a part of that huge, powerful, awesome community of guitar builders that are here on YouTube. And so I was going to do an unofficial build, harkening back to the beginnings of this thing, and just build along. Well, a lot of the people that were part of this thing, either from the beginning or from last year, spoke to Ben. They spoke out on YouTube, and they changed the rules and created a category called the community category. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to enter. You can build whatever you want. Okay? You just don't get all the prizes. There's no competition part of it or anything like that. And for me, that's perfect, because I don't care about any of that. So officially right now, I am announcing that I will be joining the Great Guitar Build-Off of 2022. This is gonna rock, people. I encourage you to watch all the builders on YouTube here. I encourage you, hey, come and watch me. I appreciate every view and every subscriber. Bless you. And come join us.